Good evening. Good evening. Welcome to Akana's The Importance of Knowing Your Blood Type, the 5 Steps to Generational Health. My name is Kayaetta Cooks. I am a certified wellness coach with Akana, and Akana means in the hands of God. So for the next hour, you will be in the hands of God as we share some information with you that is very vital to our community. Now, as you listen to the information, I encourage you to go ahead and get a paper and a pen and take some notes. And while you're listening, when you hear this information and someone comes to mind, I want you to write their name down. Why? Because we have this call every Sunday at 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. We also have an in-person wellness lounge experience right at 411 East 35th Street in Chicago, Illinois at our headquarters. We also have this call again on Thursday evening at 7 p.m. and then on Sunday at 10 a.m. Those are all Central Standard Time. Now, if there's someone that you know needs to hear this information, just jot their name down because we want you to give them the same opportunity that you have tonight to hear this information that just may change your life. Now, I want you to also thank the person who thought so much of you, who loved, cared, and considered you to invite you on this call or to send this recording to you. Without further ado, we're going to start with talking about the health crisis we're ignoring. And when we think about health crises, there's a top four, which is heart disease, cancer, diabetes, and a shortened life. And when we're looking at a heart disease, we're talking about the number one killer in the United States, with cancer following shortly behind that. In fact, heart disease is the number one cause of death in the U.S., responsible for 1 in every 5 deaths. And when you think about cancer, it's following so close behind. We're talking about nearly 600,000 deaths annually. And when we look at diabetes, it's a growing epidemic. In fact, our children are facing diabetes way before they're even 14, and it is devastating to our community. Over 37 million Americans have diabetes, and 96 million more have pre-diabetes, and it's not even diagnosed. And when we talk about a shortened life expectancy, well, U.S. life expectancy has declined in recent years, dropping to around 76 years, one of the lowest amongst developed nations. And the crazy thing about that is the government is trying to say that we're living longer, so they have expanded Social Security to 70 years old. Now, I don't know about you, retirement age for 70. I don't know about you. If life expectancy is 76 and they expect you to work till you're 70, would you agree that is a problem? And when we're talking about a problem, the number one problem in the U.S. We coined as Melissa Boston, our CEO, has coined as chewicide. Why? Because we are digging our graves with our fork. What do I mean by that? Well, when you look at the original diet, right, we grew our vegetables, our fruit from the ground, no pesticides. The ground was very fertile, right? No interference. But because of the consumer's demand, because we're eating so much, people have begun to compromise their integrity when it comes to growing our food. We're talking about mass production. And so the original diet, which once was nutritious to us, is now a new diet that is slowly causing us to die over a short period of time. So when we're looking at our new diet, we're talking about food that's full of toxins and trans fats and things that are clogging our arteries and causing all kind of issues like heart disease. And when we're looking at heart disease, it's the silent killer. In 2020, nearly 700,000 people died from cardiovascular disease. About 1 in 5 heart attacks are silent. And you know what? Before they know it, the damage is done, and there's nothing that they can do about it. And when we're looking at clogged arteries, an alarming number of our 14 to 19-year-olds are showing as much as 40%. 40%, that's almost half of your artery blocked at 14 to 19, have not even reached 21. Now, I don't know about you, but I have a 25 and a 30-year-old. They'll probably kill me if they heard me say that, right? A daughter and a son, and they have yet to even start having children yet, right? I am looking at my generational health legacy, and I'm looking at this statistic, and I'm saying that I have to do something about that now, right? And not be reactive, but proactive. In fact, do you know the significance of age 45 for African Americans? I'll tell you. It is that you are 2 times more likely to die from heart disease. Can you believe that? What do I mean by that? We're talking about dangerous levels of atherosclerosis, clogged arteries. See, that artery on the left-hand side, it's at optimal health. There's no friction. There's nothing in between. The walls are thin. The endothelium layer, the outer layer, they're thin. There's no retraction, no restriction. The blood can flow in and out of the heart and out of the arteries with no problem. But over a period of time, optimal becomes borderline. Borderline becomes high, where the plaque begins to thicken. Why? Because of things that we are eating and the lifestyle that we have, things like stress and anxiety, right? And before you know it, you have a completely blocked artery. You're in a dangerous level, and now you are susceptible to a heart attack or an aneurysm. In fact, I have a sister at 45 years old, 5 beautiful boys. The 2 youngest are 7 and 10. And we're faced with this exact situation where the arteries became completely blocked and there was a sever in the brain at 45. She was on her way to the store to get something for tacos, was so for sure that she was going to come back that she didn't even take her phone. We found her 3 days later, 3 days later in University of Chicago. And now we're faced with having to need a miracle. And I know you all believe in miracles, right? And so we believe in a miracle. But tonight I'm sharing this information with you because we don't want families, no other family, to have to depend on a miracle or to have to say goodbye to their loved ones because health crises have taken over. In fact, our vision is a world where everyone has access to nutrition and resources they need to thrive, creating healthier, more resilient communities. Through personalized wellness for your blood type, we're breaking cycles of disease and poverty, empowering families to build a legacy of health and prosperity for generations to come. Now, I don't know about you, but that sounds like something that I definitely want for myself, for my children, and for my children's children. So when we identify the top reasons for our health crises, let's talk about 5 key reasons why these problems impact our communities. The number one reason is going to be the lack of understanding blood types. See, I said goodbye to my mother and my father. My father in 2020, my mother in 21. In fact, I didn't even get a chance to say goodbye to my dad. It was unexpected. It was supposed to be just a small case of cancer. I was on my way back into the United States when I woke up the next day. to a call saying my father collapsed on the floor. I was there within 15 minutes, but they announced that he was gone. So I actually didn't get a chance to say goodbye to my father. My mother, we had been fighting for her life for 6 years. She had been struggling with congestive heart failure. So we knew that we had to do some things, right? But we did not know her blood type, and I did not know mine. 6 years we fought for her life, and she made her transition in 2021. Later, I found out that because I was so busy taking care of my mom, my health began to fail. My blood pressure was out of control, even though I was on medication. I was gaining weight, rapid weight, uncontrollable weight, nearing 300 pounds when a person introduced me to Akana. And they asked me, "Do you know your blood type?" In fact, I was given a picture, sent a picture from Dr. Betty when I first met them. And I wish I could share it. I probably can at the end. And I look at the picture today and I just can't believe that I was in that condition. You know, we carry stress and we carry anxiety and we carry sickness very well sometimes because we chalk it up as, oh, I'll get through this and after that and I'll get to it. And, you know, tomorrow sometimes never come for people. But for me, I was blessed to come into the knowledge of my blood type. And I found out that I was an AB, one of the rarest blood types. And I found out that I needed to quickly do a cleanse. In fact, they did a bioscan and found out that I was in a crisis stage. That bioscan you'll hear me talk about a little later. It is a comprehensive health screening that showed that my heart was in a crisis stage, that my arteries were almost completely blocked. And so the lack of understanding blood types is very important. In fact, Akana is committed to helping 1 million families learn their blood type. So when we talk about blood types, there are four blood types: an A, a B, an O, and an AB. And your blood type, whether it's an A, B, O, or AB, is a powerful genetic fingerprint that identifies you as surely as your DNA. In fact, when we're looking at blood types, I want you to know if you're a blood type A, you're considered an agrarian, nature's vegetarians, prone to digestive and heart issues. Red meat, shrimp, crab, lobster, and dairy can be especially harmful to you. They are naturally creative and inventive and require peace and harmony. And if you're a blood type B, well, you're considered to have balance. Well, originally you were barbaric because of what you had to do to sustain life, right? But you migrated into a nature of balance where you thrive on a diverse diet. But chicken, shrimp, crab, and lobster can disrupt your health. Blood type Bs, they have a more balanced immune and digestive system. They are resilient but tend to suffer from autoimmune diseases and IBS and other issues. And if you're a blood type O, the oldest blood type, the most ancient blood type that exists, they thrive on a high protein diet, but catfish, pork, dairy, refined carbs, white wine, and gluten can cause significant issues. They have a strong immune and digestive system. They tend to experience more ulcers, arthritis, and thyroid issues. And if you're an AB like me, your diet is complex and modern, the rarest blood type, blending traits of A and B blood types, and they must balance the dietary restrictions of both types for optimum health. Now, you might be thinking, I eat some of those food. In fact, I love some of those foods, right? You might be wondering, you might be saying to yourself, I don't know my blood type. Well, I want you to know that it's so important to know your blood type because your blood type is the key to unlocking your body's nutritional blueprint. Your blood type is the single most important determinant in how your body interacts with the food you eat, and if those foods will cause inflammation, digestive problems, and or weight gain. Take a pause. Is this you? Is it anybody you know? Well, why is it? We have what's called lectins in our food, and our immune system is designed to protect us from lectins. In fact, 95% of the lectins are sloughed off by the body. However, 5% of the lectins are filtered into the bloodstream where they react with and destroy red and white blood cells. So when we're talking about foods that are for you and foods that are not for you, this is a sample avoid list. And I want you to remember that one person's food is another person's poison. And this is a sample list of foods considered toxic for the various blood types. And there was a book that was released by Dr. Peter J. Diamo based on decades and decades of research. And he released this book called Four Blood Types, Four Diets, Eat Right for Your Blood Type. And if you have not had an opportunity to read it or listen to the audio, I urge you because this list here is just a sample. So just look at it. Take a snapshot if you will. Blood type A's, tomatoes, bananas, red meat, potatoes, shrimp is poison to you. Blood type B's, chicken, avocado, black beans, shrimp, crustaceans, seafood. It's poison. It's toxic to your blood type. If you're a blood type O, catfish, avocado, oranges, white wine, cashews, it's toxic to you. And if you're a blood type like me, you have to balance the A and the B. So chicken, bananas, black beans, avocado, shrimp is poison to you. See, I thought that I was eating right, trying to get my health back in order. But my salad, every salad I had shrimp and avocado in it. And I ate bananas every day because I was told that when you take the blood pressure medicine, you need potassium in your body. So I was eating bananas every day. And who doesn't love a good fried chicken wing, fried hard, lemon pepper, mild sauce on it, right? But I was killing myself slowly. And I'm not sure about my mom, but my daughter is an AB. My brother is an AB. So it is highly likely that my mother was an AB. And her diet, most parents' diets, is their children's diet, right? So how important is it? My mother died of congestive heart failure. I was on my way to congestive heart failure. Where does it stop? Learning your blood type is where it starts. Why? Because you have the power to break the generational cycle. When you learn whether you're an A, B, or O, the power is in your hands. So think about it. If they give you the wrong blood, it could kill you, right? Think about this. If you ate the wrong food over a long period of time, couldn't it be killing you as well if the blood type is so important? And if it's so important, why are we just learning that food impacts our blood cells based on blood type? I'll tell you, if it isn't taught in medical school or created by Big Pharma, it isn't promoted in the USA. It's always been big business, equal profits over people. Think about it. You have cigarettes, right? high profit margins with addictive products, ensuring repeated customers, massive global marketing with billions in annual sales. It's been glamorized since the beginning of time, right? But are they talking about that it's been proven, it's been a proven link to cancer, heart disease, and lung conditions? And tobacco companies knew about the dangers for decades, but prioritized profits through aggressive marketing, even targeting youth and vulnerable populations. Trans fats. Why does restaurant food taste so good and so much better than when you cook it? Now, those of us that's been eating clean, we know that's not true. But those that are unaware, where they say life is not fair to those that are unaware. When I did my first cleanse, my taste buds were I could taste everything. And now I am aware that trans fat is linked to heart disease, obesity, and chronic inflammation. And 5G cell phones, yes, new infrastructures drives profit through device upgrades and data consumption, right? More speed, more reach, more access, stores more. Hmm. But are they telling you that there's been an ongoing concern about long-term exposure to electromagnetic fields? Though there is no conclusive evidence of harm, at least that they're not going to put out, it has been linked to several cases of cancer. And GMOs, genetically modified organisms. I mean, let's face it. It's so hard to find fruit with seeds in it, right? Everything is seedless. But the GMOs allowed them to increase crop yields and resistance to pest droughts. But uncertain long-term health effects for some consumers is a real factual data. And environmental concerns like reduced biodiversity and increased herbicides use is, in fact, a crisis. And milk. Milk does a body good. Pass it on, right? But are they telling you that it's passing on potential health concerns with the hormones, antibiotics, and saturated fats? We're talking about profits over people. And when you think about the American diet, there are foods that are banned in other countries, but not banned in the United States. So, what countries adhere to the blood type diet? Japan does, and the United States doesn't. And let me show you how that is so correlated to each other. See, the life expectancy in Japan is an average of 84.6 years old. However, Japan also celebrates the most of their centennials in their hundreds, well in their hundreds, in their right mind, full of energy. And in the United States, we are the 50th country that exists with an average life expectancy of 76. But what's even more devastating, when you look right into our own community, the African American community is less than that. It's at 71.8 years old. And I don't know about you, but that's a problem. And I want to be a solution. And I hope that you see yourself being a solution to that problem. Why? Because by following the blood type diet, there is anecdotal evidence that shows millions of people reported positive improvements by adhering to the blood type diet. And in spite of doctors saying, oh, well, there's no evidence of. Well, we have hundreds and millions of testimonies and proof, living proof, that the blood type diet, adhering to the blood type diet works. In fact, you can protect yourself from common viruses and infections and take a stand against life-threatening diseases, right? You can achieve your ideal weight, slow the aging process, and cleanse your body of toxins and unhealthy fats. And when we look at the second reason for the health crisis, it's going to be oxidation, dangerous levels of oxidation. See, researchers have finally identified one of the most important contributors to heart disease, wrinkles, cancer, arthritis, and many of the other problems associated with getting older. And that's going to be oxidation. You see the bananas on the left-hand side? When they were in the store, they were beautifully green or beautifully yellow. But on the right-hand side, you see these rusted screws. Those bananas, once eaten, are just equivalent in your body as those rusted screws. So what's the solution to that? It's going to be antioxidants, right? Fruits and vegetables are loaded with plant compounds called phytonutrients, which also have antioxidant abilities. And guess what? Some phytonutrients even have shown to disable cancer-causing substances as well. So you mean to tell me that we can be proactive instead of reactive? And when we're looking at the number 3 reason, it's going to be omega-3 deficiencies. Excuse me. See, when you lack omega-3s, here's 6 things that begin to happen. Your cardiovascular health is affected. In fact, it increased the risk of heart attacks, strokes, and high blood pressure. Cognitive decline becomes in play, which increase the risk of depression, anxiety, Alzheimer's, and dementia. And not to mention chronic inflammation, which accelerates the progression of diabetes, arthritis, cancer, and autoimmune disease. Any of this sound familiar? You know anybody that's suffering and dealing with any of these things that I've mentioned so far? Metabolic health, which contributes to weight gain, obesity, and metabolic syndrome. It also contributes to non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, which can progress to liver cirrhosis or liver cancer. Yes, you do not have to be an alcoholic to have cirrhosis of the liver. The immune function, which weakens the immune function, making the body more susceptible to infections. And your bone health is affected, which increases the risk of osteoporosis, leading to fractures and a higher risk of complications, especially in older adults. And the fourth reason is going to be your guts, your microbiome. An unhealthy gut will cause, excuse me, all kinds of issues. See, 70% of our immune system is in our gut. So when we have an improper diet, improper food choices, and we lack the sufficient fiber, probiotics, and prebiotics, here's what happens. Digestive issues become into play. Weakened immune system, malabsorption, nutritional deficiencies, inflammation, skin problems, mental health challenges, weight management, hormonal imbalances, immune conditions. All of that becomes into play when you're talking about an unhealthy gut. And the fifth reason is going to be parasite invasion. See, when you have not cleansed and detoxed and intentionally killed parasites, here are 3 things that happen. Chronic infections and inflammation, which leads to heart disease, diabetes, chronic fatigue, and autoimmune disorders. And also, we found parasites present in autopsies. Why? Because parasites are invading our organs, brains, lungs, and liver. And our mental health. Parasites in the brain cause depression, anxiety, and even schizophrenia. I know even when I took my cleanse, one of the first things I immediately noticed that my brain, I was functioning so well, my energy was up, my depression wasn't even an issue. Could I have had parasites? Absolutely. I had never cleansed in my life. So not only did I have clogged arteries, I had parasites. And when I did my cleanse, oh my goodness, I saw parasites all when I released. It was just absolutely unbelievable. So I talked about the crises, and I talked about the reasons for the crises. And I've always been raised to believe that when you present a problem, you should also present a solution. And so Akana has come up with a solution called Five Steps to Generational Health. Now, I may have shared some things with you. You may have heard some things, but maybe not quite like this. I want you to consider connecting with us, joining with us to help us get the word out. But before I go into the solutions, I want to give our disclaimer. Our products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. The information provided herein is for informational purposes only and is not intended as a substitute for advice from your physician or other healthcare professionals. If you are pregnant, nursing, taking medication, or have a medical condition, please consult your healthcare provider before using any nutritional supplement. And of course, individual results may vary. I also want to take the liberty in saying that we have an amazing medical advisory board. We also have amazing certified wellness coaches, and we have testimonies that we will be able to share with you, whether it's in picture or in live, where we will show that evidence that shows that our products are proven solutions. So let's get into the first solution. Do you know your blood type? So your blood type is a more reliable measure of your identity than race, culture, or geography. It is a genetic blueprint for who you are and a guide to how you can live most healthfully. Anybody want to live most healthfully? Right? Solution number two, learn what's best for you. See, food that heals one can harm another. So your blood type is important. Your food is important. Your health is important. And your legacy is important because what you learn today, you can pass on. The solution number three is going to be to purchase the option that works best based on your goals. See, it's not enough to just know. I know we've heard the saying, knowledge is power. But I beg to differ. I believe that applied knowledge is power. And as I said before, the power is in your hands. So here's our options that Akana has. And all of our products are organic and natural, and they are third party tested, and they are the cream of the crop. Okay. So let's go with option number one, blood type support kit. This kit includes herbal tea, nutrition, and optional testing for all blood types. It is designed to kickstart the cleansing of your colon and blood. And in this kit, the option number one, for only $59.95, comes with a blood type test kit, a bitters, detox meal plan, sample meal replacement. It's a shake called the Fuel. We have it in choco berry and vanilla. We also have you'll also get an individual digital blood type download, which is very, very nice. And if you already know your blood type, well, we also have the blood type kit option number two, which doesn't have the blood type kit in it. It has everything else but the test. However, we always say, I'm sure there's someone in your family, maybe even in your immediate family, where you do not know their blood type. So if you know yours, just pass it on. So let's get into the package. This package is amazing, by the way. And let me tell you, we have 10% off of everything on our website for May. It's ending um, at the end of the month. So you have an opportunity to save 10%. And if you're a new customer, you've never purchased any products with us before, you actually can take advantage of 20% because we give all of our new customers a 10% discount. So if you've ordered with us before, please take advantage of the 10%. If you're a new customer, run to place your order, your solution plan, and get that 20% off. So let's get into the bitters. It's your first you want to detoxify your blood cells. That's very important. So the flat belly bitters are a powerful tool for a quick 4-day detox, primarily due to its impact on digestion and liver function. So here's how it works. It boosts your digestion by stimulating the production of digestive enzymes, bile, and stomach acids, which are essential. And then it regulates your appetite and reduces cravings for unhealthy foods. So you want to get some help? This is perfect for you, right? Some help with not wanting those unhealthy foods. It also supports the liver detoxification by filtering out toxins from the blood. Then it eliminates fat-soluble toxins through the digestive system. It also alkalizes the body and reduces inflammation. And last but not least, it improves your microbiome, which is your gut, by promoting the growth of beneficial bacteria and inhibiting harmful bacteria. Now, all of that, right? Just that alone qualifies for $59.95. But guess what? There's more. The flat belly fuel, you get a sample of the flat belly fuel, and it targets the 5 key areas I talked about. So we're talking about blood type support, antioxidant protection, omega fatty acids, plenty of omega 3s. It also targets your gut health with prebiotics, probiotics, and fiber. And it also eliminates those nasty parasites. Now, I mentioned earlier about the comprehensive health test. And when you purchase the blood type kit and a digital download, you can also take advantage of the comprehensive health test. Now, it's valued at $1,000 and it focuses on your omega 3 panels, your gut check, your vitamins and minerals, your heart, liver, and kidneys. And this is really considered like a health GPS. It's going to hone in on exactly where you are. And we're going to talk about where you'd like to be. And that Akana, a distributor or that health and wellness coach is going to recommend solutions on how to get there. Now it's valued at $1,000, but when you purchase the blood type kit, you can get that comprehensive test for only $189, right? But guess what? There's more. When you enroll in one of our auto ships, our CEO has put a special on the table that's unbelievable. You can't find this deal anywhere. The deal is when you enroll in AutoShip, you can add the comprehensive test for just $50. Just a $50 upgrade. So I encourage you. That's definitely a win-win situation. So you definitely want to take a look at that. Now, option number 2 is going to be to personalize your wellness plan for your blood type. You may need a little bit more than just a quick 4-day bitters, right? So then what we recommend is a 7-day or 21-day reset. And this 7-day personalized for your blood type is a nutrient-packed program that helps cleanse your digestive system. It also boosts your energy and shed up to 10 pounds, leaving you feeling lighter and revitalized. Now, for me, I actually lost 13 pounds in 7 days. It was unbelievable. And then I lost 28 pounds in 28 days because I continued on with another one. And so what's in it? We have the purifier, which is the liquid colonic plus the full body cleanse. It also comes with what's called an eliminator, which eliminates and removes the parasites and reduce the mucus. And then the regenerator, which restores the body with superfoods, fiber, probiotics, and prebiotics. Now, guess what? With this 7 day, you also get a QR code where you can download your personalized blood type 21-day regimen, or you can use the neutral meal plan included in the kit. But this plan is only $119. So 10% off will save you 11, a little over 11 bucks, 20% off for the new people. You see where I'm going with that? So don't miss out in May and get your cleanse. Now, if you look on the right hand side, you see this wonderful lady who has some waste in her stomach. And in 7 days, she dropped 10 pounds of waste, all that buildup, all that meat, everything that she had been eating that her system was not able to digest. We're talking about 7 days, guys. And then for the 21 day, you may have some serious, more serious issues, and you may need to bring your body completely back into balance. Well, we definitely recommend the 21 day. And this program helps detoxify your body, restore balance, and promote significant weight loss of 8 to 25 pounds while building a foundation for lasting health. And if you see Billy here, 30 pounds in 21 days. You even see an ab right there. Do you see it? Oh my goodness. And guess what? You get 10 to 20% off of this too. So whatever it is that you feel you want to start, wherever you want to start, whether it's the bitters, it's the 7 day or the 21 day, I just urge you to go ahead and get with the person that invited you and talk about what your health goals are. And as I show these amazing results here on my screen of people who said yes, people who learned their blood type, started eating for their blood type, and they started to cleanse. They took advantage of our cleanse, and they cleaned out their arteries, and they cleaned their blood, their red and white blood cells. We're talking about amazing results. In fact, Ernestine Davis, who is one of our entrepreneurs, and along with the other ladies on the left hand side who are also entrepreneurs, they said this: ageless health starts with your blood type. Switching to foods tailored to my blood type helped me lose belly fat, improve my digestion, and achieve fourth place in a bikini contest at 63 years young. She definitely destroyed all excuses, right? And so the we talked about our cleanse. So now let's get into some other solutions. Hemp Govi, for those after you cleanse your body, after you've cleansed your blood and cleansed your gut, and you say, you know what, I want to lose more weight. We definitely don't say go get Ozempic. We don't say go get the shots. What we say is we have come up with an all natural game changer called Hemp Govi. And we say that you can drink your way slim. Hemgovy is the shot worth taking, and our new line of drinkables allow you to ditch the injectables and drink your way to slimmer waist and flatter tummy. A flatter tummy. So it's packed with powerful plant-based ingredients, and hemp Govy actually works synergistically to target key areas of weight management while promoting overall wellness. So, what are the key benefits? Sure, I'm glad you asked. It burns fat naturally, it boosts the metabolism, it curbs the appetite, it supports your digestive health, and it's such a gentle detoxification. And it also promotes overall balance. So, go ahead and take a snapshot of that picture. And also take a snapshot of the key ingredients because I know my people love to do research, right? Eight key ingredients: organic green tea extract, organic hemp seed powder, MCT coconut powder, L-carnitine, conjugated linoleic acid, ashwagandha power, rhodiola rosea extract, and inulin. I'm talking about this product is loaded. Now, that's for weight loss. Now, of course, I don't have time to go over all of our products. We have over 70 different products, but I want you to know that the company started off as a CBD company. And so we found out that CBD has tons of wellness benefits. In fact, we formulate our proprietary blends of herbs and botanicals to elevate your well being. Well, some may be wondering, well, what is CBD? CBD is a compound that naturally occurs in industrial hemp. And out of more than 85 different cannabinoids, it is the second most common next to Delta 9, which is THC. And unlike THC, CBD is non psychotropic. And THCA is a compound that naturally occurs in industrial hemp. And out of more than 100 different cannabinoids, THCA is a non psychoactive precursor to THC, which is found in raw cannabis. Now, when heated up, whether it's through smoking, vaping, or cooking, THCA converts into THC, and now you do have the psychoactive compound. Why is that? And why am I sharing that with you tonight? See, the endocannabinoid system is so important to our body. And we found out that cannabis is looked at as a holistic solution. Why? Because unlike pharmaceuticals, that often targets single symptoms. Cannabinoids interact with the ECS, which is the endocannabinoid system, to provide systemic benefits, offering a more natural approach to health and wellness. It brings the body back into balance. So, when you're looking at cannabis and the blood type diet, cannabis reduces inflammation, helps manage stress, and improve digestion. So, if you're a blood type A, you're susceptible to lower stomach acid, higher stress, and heart disease. A blood type B, it's autoimmune conditions and nervous system disorders. And O, a higher risk of inflammation conditions, arthritis, and over acidity. And an AB, you're sensitive to digestive and immune stressors. So, by leveraging the properties of CBD and cannabis alongside the blood type diet, individuals may achieve a more balanced, harmonious approach to their diet and their diabolical disposition. Second. So when we're talking about raw cannabis trend, the THCA, we have a product called the Diamond Star Full Spectrum Hemp Flower. And it's a raw THCA product that aligns with plant-based diets, offering therapeutic benefits without the high, similar to juicing cannabis leaves or flowers. So if you're dealing with arthritis, autoimmune disorder, anti-inflammatory issues, neuroprotective issues, multiple sclerosis, Parkinson's, Alzheimer's, chronic pain, or cancer, you may want to look at our Diamond Star along with the plant-based, the Know Your Blood Type diet. Then RSO concentrate, which is a cannabis extract formulated by a Canadian medical marijuana activist using the whole cannabis plant for maximum cannabinoids, including THCA, CBD, and terpenes. And Akana follows this standard formula to deliver exceptional results. So, pain, anxiety, sleep, Parkinson's, anti inflammatory, stimulant, appetite, neurological, and antioxidant issues might require you to combine the RSO with your plan. Now, again, I told you about 70 other products, including coffee, essential oils, pain cream, hair, healthy hair, empowered hair, and culinary infused um, seasonings like garlic fire. It's infused with CBD. These products all are solutions for your health plan. Now, my question to you, I shared a lot of information tonight. My question is, what is going to be your testimony? What's going to be your testimony? What health legacy will you create and pass on to future generations? See, food that heals one can harm another. So your blood type, your food, your health, your legacy is important. And the third option is going to be become a wellness influencer or a certified coach. See, when I found out the information, when I took my cleanse and I saw the results and I saw my health being restored, I quickly wanted to join this organization and become the solution and help become the solution. And so you have the opportunity to transform your health and earn income, gain access to all the products you need to elevate your health while earning 20 to 40% commission on all retail purchases like that's made through your site, including your own. So the time is now. The influencer business is booming, and viral trends like TikTok made me buy it have reshaped consumer behavior, driving millions in product sales. And the influencer market is currently at 33 billion globally, projected to reach 107 to 190 billion dollars in 2030. So my question to you is how much of that wealth is going to be coming into your household? Let's look at Stormy Steele and Lee. Now, Stormy Steele is the first African, first of all, she's the first person, period, but she's an African and a woman, first TikTok streamer to sell over 1 million in one session of beauty products. And Lee sold 1.7 billion in sales in 12 hours, and that was lipstick. So can you imagine if we train, coached, and developed you to be a influencer, a wellness influencer, and you got on TikTok and you went live and we educated people on their blood type. Oh my goodness, what a change that would be. Matter of fact, it would be a game changer. See, influencers hold the power to shape brand perception, drive massive sales, and create personal connections with audiences. And those who ignore this trend risk falling behind in a rapidly evolving digital economy. And the influencer economy isn't just a trend, it's the future of marketing. So if you're thinking about becoming a part of the company and becoming a wellness influencer, go ahead and take a snapshot of this picture because you can start at $3.99 and you get everything that's shown on this screen. We're talking about a 21-day reset. We're talking about flat belly bitters, the flat belly fuel, extreme pain cream, your own website, social media 101, an Akana wellness certification, and you'd also get advanced to Pearl for 3 months. And we can get into that later. But take a look at all the features and the benefits. But most importantly, it will position you to leave a lasting legacy and impact on your community and beyond. Now, you might want to become a certified wellness coach with us, right? $14.99, and we're talking about this value is over $3,000. And you go ahead and take a snapshot. The pic with all of the products, It's loaded with products, 3 7 days, 121 day. I mean, it's just amazing. You get coffee, you get cream, you get gummies, you get so much out. But the coaching, the education is 5 star. It's like none other. So if you're thinking about becoming a certified wellness coach, you can go ahead and take a snapshot of that and get back to the person that invited you. Now, as I hasten to a close, we're going to talk about the fourth solution. Is going to be transform your diet and dramatically improve your health. We've shared all the solutions with you, right? Now you want to take action, find out what food works for you, make a commitment and make a change. And the fifth solution is going to be to break the cycle of generational illness. You want to share the gift of health. Don't just hold it for yourself. You want to inspire others to create generational health with your success story. So support your family's unique health journey by inviting them on this call. Tell everybody you know with ears, hey, I heard this information that will change your life. Do you know your blood type? Right? That's the number one question. Do you know your blood type? So I'll go over the solutions again. Number one, blood type number one. The blood kit 59.95. Without the blood kit 49.95. The 7 day is 119. The 21 day is 279. All of it is 10% off, 20% off for new people. Become a wellness influencer and certified coach and get discounts even on your own products. Earn income while you transform your health. Why? Because our goal is to empower over 1 million families to improve their health and wealth. We are looking to create blue zones, and there are 6 areas in the world where people eat far less animal meat and live longer than average. There's none in our community. So we need your help. And if you help us reach 1.5% of the people in the United States learn their blood type and eat right for their blood type, guess what? That's 5 million people. And at $50, if they only get the blood type kit, right? That equals 250 million in sales that we have brought back into our own community. Now, if 80% of the people reject you, we still impact 1 million people. That is phenomenal. The first 100,000 to 150,000 people that are involved in the business will earn up to 80% of the wealth of the company. In Harvard Business School says when you select a company at least 18 months old, 90% of companies fail their first 18 months. And according to Harvard Business School, if a company has less than 500,000 people, it is a great opportunity. And if less than 100,000, it is an opportunity of a lifetime. Why am I sharing that with you? Because Kana, founded by 4 amazing African American women on the south side of Chicago, started this company 6 years ago. We've just scratched the surface and we've had amazing success stories. What does that mean? This is the opportunity of a lifetime. So whether you just purchase products, whether you come aboard with us, there's a place for you. And we need you. I want to thank you so much as this concludes the presentation. I do want to share, as I promised, a live testimony. I just want to give, I don't know if Kenneth Elam is on the call. Okay, he is not on. I wanted to share his testimony. Is there anyone that would like to share their testimony before we close out? And if not, I'm going to go ahead and just release the call. All right. Happy Memorial Day. Again, get back to the person that invited you on this call. Make a decision. Get mad, make a decision, and take matters into your own hands so that you can enjoy a legacy of great health. Good night.
Good night. Good job.
Good night. Thank you, Kayaetta.
Hi,
Thank you,
Kayaetta.
Bree.
Happy
All right.
holidays, everyone. Thanks, Diana.
Oh,
Great job.
Kayaetta, I have a